So, you want to come study in Australia and you are not sure, can you afford your tuition fee? You are wondering, is it a good idea? Should I travel? Would I be able to afford my tuition fee? My answer is yes and no. Keep watching this video to find out what I mean, okay? Holiday is the only time you can work full-time and you can get as much money as you can. If you find a good job in the health sector as a care worker or something like that, then your pay is way more than that. But I won't say come in with that mind. You have to do some certifications here before you can actually get that job. And certifications will take you, depending on where you live, could take you 6 months to do. You are saving basically like 200 every 2 weeks. Save up enough money. Of course, you come here, you will hustle. Guys, you hustle and you try and make that money the legal. Don't forget that you pay bills, right? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lolita. If you're seeing me for the very first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you know how we do it here. A round of applause for you. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Welcome back to another impacting, value-packed video. So today I'm going to be talking about something I feel like a lot of people that haven't left their own country, international students. People are like, Australia is expensive. Let us be realistic. Australia is one of the most expensive places to live in the world. Yes, the rent is paid weekly. You get paid every week or you get paid every 2 weeks. So the lifestyle kind of matches the pay. So it is very, very expensive. Let us see. On this channel, I'm here to bring you the tea the way it is. Tell you guys the truth and nothing but the truth. So today I'll be talking about, is it possible for you? Yes, you clicked on this video because you want to find out, can you afford your tuition fee if you decide to leave your own country, wherever you're coming from? Okay, yes, the answer to that question is yes and no, and I would explain throughout this video. So please make sure you watch this video to the end, because I will be leaving my points as I go, so it will make sense if you finish watching this video. And as always, I'm more than happy to help. Leave me questions in the comment section. And on that note, if you are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I said, I do videos about studying Australia, student life, vlogs and everything like that. So if you're interested in seeing anything like that, then click on that subscribe button. It's the red bell. It is free. Click on it so you can be a part of the fam. Don't miss any of the important information I share on this channel about settling in Australia as an international student. Now that we've got that out of the way, without further ado, let's get right into this video, okay? Welcome back. If you are just joining us, today we're talking about if you can afford your tuition fee as an international student in Australia. So my answer to that is not an outright no, and I'll explain why. The first one is, I would say yes, depending on what course you're studying, where you are studying. Are you studying in a university? Are you studying at a TAFE institution? TAFE stands for Technical and Further Education. I have tons of videos about that. I'll link them up in this video here and there, okay? So you guys should definitely click on that to find out what TAFE is. TAFE basically is like a polytechnic here in Australia, okay? So it is a very cheap option, and I'll tell you what I mean. So TAFE, maybe you are paying 20,000 for the year, whereas if you go to a university, you pay like 30,000 per semester, guys. So that's like 60,000 in 1 year. That is a whole lot of money. Yes, so what I know is that if you are coming in as an international student, you have to have paid your first semester tuition fee, right? So you have to have paid your tuition fee. You have to have enough money to be able to survive for a full year. So if you are coming to do a 2 years course, I would just say, let us be real. The first year, you might not be able to afford your tuition, and here's why. You've paid like the first 6 months of your tuition fee before you leave your own country, right? And you're coming into a new country, a new environment. You are not sure how fast you get a job. Some people are lucky, they come in and get a job very quickly, whereas some people stay for months without a job. So how do you survive without a job and you have to pay your tuition fee? You cannot afford not to pay your tuition fee, because the condition of your visa is you have to pay your tuition fee, you have to attend classes without doing all of those things, you'll be deported back to your home country. I know that is a very harsh word, but it's the reality. Let us be factual with ourselves here. I'm not gonna come on here and lie to you guys. No, we don't do that here. I'll tell you how it is so you can be prepared, so you don't come and be like, Lola said this and that. No, disclaimer, all of the thoughts in this video are mine. I am not an agent, an immigration agent or anything. I'm just putting out videos because I know I'm putting out these videos because I know there are people out there that are interested in living wherever they are staying, and they want to travel abroad but they don't have a lot of information. So yes, if for your first year, I would say just prepare your mind that you are coming in, you are trying to settle in, understand the environment, understand how the educational system works, because I am pretty sure it's probably different from what you are used to. Yes, so I would say the first year, just make sure when you're coming in, make sure you have enough money for your tuition for the second semester, enough money for your rent. Like I said, rent is paid weekly. Enough money for rent, enough money for feeding and all of those things. Yes, once you've settled in, so let's say you come January, so hopefully you get a job by, let's say, June latest, right? Jobs are easy. They are kind of hard to come by depending on what industry, right? I have another video about jobs in Australia, the best jobs to start out with. Yes, I will link that up here somewhere. Okay, so let's say you come in and you just put your mind that the first year you might not be able to afford your tuition, in the sense that, let's say, okay, for TAFE now, let's say you pay 20,000 per year, right? So that means you've paid like the first 10,000 before you leave. You have another 10,000 to make up for. And imagine if the first 6 months you come in, you don't even have a job yet. How are you supposed to survive? So averagely, I feel like part-time jobs, international students, can you guys pause and let me film my video? International students are only allowed to work 20 hours a week or 40 hours a fortnight. 40 hours a fortnight is the same as 40 hours in 2 weeks. Yes, so the restrictions have been lifted till the end of March. They will review it again in April, but don't come in with the idea that the law can change by April. We're back to 20 hours a week. What are you gonna do then? Don't come in with the hope that, oh, they're gonna keep this up and I can do what? I can keep working as much as I can. No, come in with the mind, come in with the idea at the back of your head, at the back of your mind, that you are limited to 20 hours a week. So how you can afford your tuition fee? That is why you clicked into this video. One, when you come in, try to find a job, which is not easy. When you do find that job, so as I was saying, let's say you're paying 10,000, right? You need to pay another 10,000 before the end of the year. So imagine if you come in the first year, you don't find a job in the first 6 months. How are you supposed to make 10,000? Averagely, part-time jobs, in 2 weeks, maybe you make 800, 900. Guys, that is after tax, right? But remember that out of that 800, 900, you have to pay your rent. You pay rent weekly. Let's say you're getting paid. That pay I just said is like a fortnight. In 2 weeks, let's say you make 800. I'll put it at like the bare minimum. Let's say you make 800 a fortnight. And that is if they even give you 20 hours, full 20 hours, right? Let's say excluding weekend, because it's really hard to get weekends when you just start a job. Weekend pay is better, but they'll probably give the permanent staff. You are always casual when you're on a student visa, right? Mostly, yes. So imagine you come in and you start, let's say you make 800 per 2 weeks. Out of that 800, let's say you remove like 400 or 360. Let's say you remove 360 for rent. How much do you have left? You have like, not too much. 360, 800 minus 360, do the math, right? You have 400 and something left, 440, I believe. You have 440 left. Out of that 440, guys, you need to feed yourself for 2 weeks. You need to feed yourself for 2 weeks out of that 440. Let's say out of that 440, you spend 120 on feeding, or $100 if you manage it. That is, you are managing the money, right? Let's say 420, right? Before 40, we remove 120. if we remove 120, how much do we have left? 440, 120. You have 320. 320, right? You have 320 left. It's now out of that 320. Now, don't forget that you pay bills, right? You pay electricity bills, depending. If you get a place where your bills are included, that is good for you. If the bills are not included, you need to take that out. Remember, you pay for your phone bill, your mobile phone bill, and all those tiny things. So out of that 440, I will take another two. In fact, take the 240 off. You're saving basically like 200 every 2 weeks. In a month, you save 400. So can you see? In a month, you save 400. In 6 months, 400 times 6 times 4, that's like $2,400. And you're supposed to make 10,000, like pay 10,000 for your tuition at the end of the following year, right? The coming semester. So you've made like 2,400 out of 10K. See, guys, that is not adding up. This job I just gave an example of is what I would call like retail jobs. If you find a job in the health sector, I cannot emphasize this enough. If you find a good job in the health sector as a care worker or something like that, then your pay is way more than that. But I won't say come in with that mind. You have to do some certifications here before you can actually get that job. And certifications will take you, depending on where you live, could take you 6 months to do, right? And it is tricky, right? So it is a lot of work. That's why I said the first year, let's just say you can't afford it. But let's say you saved enough. That's why I said you would need help from people at home. You need help from your parents or your sponsors or your guardians the first year. After you settled in the first year, and then holiday would come, right? Let's say for universities, they have long holidays. They have like 3 months holiday. You can work as much as you can. One tip I would give you guys is, if you can, get 2 jobs. When I say get 2 jobs, those 2 jobs, just make sure you're still doing the 20 hours, but maybe you give one job 16 hours a week, the other job 4 hours, or you give one job 12 hours a week, 8 hours for the other job, so that when holiday comes, I'm telling you guys because I made this mistake too, I didn't get a second job as soon as I came, so that when holiday comes, you can work as much for both of them. You just tell them, oh, I'm available to work more because I'm on school holiday now, and they will ask you for evidence. Most of the places will tell you, show me evidence that you're actually on holiday, because they don't want you breaching your visa law. So you can't just come and say, oh, I have holiday today, I have holiday tomorrow. They'll tell you, show us evidence, right? So on that note, you need to make sure like if you have 2 jobs, then you can work as much as you can. See, guys, if you come here, know, like for the first year settling in, there's no baby girl life or baby boy life. You are trying to save as much as you can. This is for those in the university. For those in the technical and further education, I do not think the holiday is that long. For me, my holidays are like, if there's a long holiday, it's maximum 1 month, 5 weeks. That's the holiday, and that is when I can work full time and try and gather all the money for my school fees. I think I'll do another video on how I can afford my school fees, right? If you guys are interested in that, give this video, if I see up to 20 thumbs up, then I know you guys are really interested. Maybe I'll film that video. If not, we'll see. Okay, so that is the first part. Holiday is the only time you can work full-time and you can get as much money as you can. Once you're off holiday, you can't work that much. That is why I said it is very tricky saying you can come in. This is, I'm talking as a single person. Now let's move on to couples, because I feel like most of people coming in are singles, right? You're not coming, even if you're coming, you're not coming with your spouse immediately. Maybe you come in first and then they will join you later. So for my fellow single people and students that are just coming in, the first year, just put your mind that it might be really hard for you to afford that tuition by yourself. So what do you want to do? You want to make sure you have enough money, save up enough money. Of course, you come here, you will hustle. Guys, you hustle and you try and make that money the legal way. Guys, I know I'm emphasizing this. Your visa can be taken from you if they find out you're doing things shady. Don't do cash in hand. No, don't do cash in hand. There has to be a paper trail where the government can see you actually paying tax, because they need you to pay the tax, okay? You gotta pay the taxman. The taxman is money. If not, they are coming for you. So make sure when you come in. That's why I said it's a yes and a no. After the first year, you know, you've worked an holiday period, you've gathered a bit of money. Then you can now start thinking of paying your school fees. You can now try and stand on your own. And on that note, if you're working in the health sector, let's say you come in and maybe it takes you 1 year to be able to even get a job in aged care or disability well, aged care doesn't pay as much, more or less disability, where you're getting paid maybe $30 per hour, 32 per hour, 35 per hour, depending. Yeah, and like I said, when you start work, they won't give you weekend shifts immediately. Weekend shifts, they get up to like 40 something, almost 50 depending per hour, right? But if you are not a regular casual staff, so you might not get weekend shifts immediately you come in. So put your mind, let's say you're getting 35 per hour. This is just an example, okay guys? And out of that 35, if you multiply the 35 by 20, that's a decent sum of money, and you can be able to save more than the 200 ish that we calculated earlier, if that makes any sense, okay? And then you can save up more, and then you'll be able to afford your tuition. But just know the first couple of months you come in, it's going to be tough, because first you are settling in, you're trying to get the educational system, understand it, then you need to find a job. It is after you find a job, then you can now start saving up as much as you can. So I would say live below your means. Let me come in closer. Live below your means. You are abroad does not mean you are packing money on the street. You are not packing money on the street. Let us not lie to ourselves. Let us not be lying to ourselves. So you are not packing money on the street. You need to let people at home also understand that guys, if you want me to stay here, I cannot afford to send you money. Maybe when I've settled on my feet, when I've settled down and I'm on my feet and I can afford to pay my bills comfortably, then I can think of sending you money. I'm talking of maybe you are the firstborn, or you have younger siblings that are looking up to you and they're like, oh, my brother is abroad, my sister is abroad, oh yeah, send us money. You're not packing money on the streets, guys. Let us be realistic with ourselves. I just needed to put that out there. Anyway, moving on to married couples, right? I know some people are going to be married and they're trying to come in. So for my married couples, you coming on, one person is the studying, is the one studying, that's the primary applicant, and the other person is the, let's say, secondary applicant. You are under your spouse. So the thing is, the person that has the visa, the let's say it's the wife studying, the wife can only do 20 hours a week, whereas the husband, who is a secondary on the spousal visa, because you came to support your husband, you're living together, right? The husband can work as much as he can. So if you're coming in as two people, that means 2 bills are coming in every 2 weeks or every week, depending. And what does that mean? It means you guys might be able to scrape money together to afford your school fees. Let's say you're studying in a uni, right? So if you are coming in as a couple, I would say yes. And the yes, regardless, what I said about single people, when you're first coming in, it doesn't mean the job is guaranteed, even though there are 2 of you immediately, okay? So give yourself 6 months to 8 months. Sometimes it takes 1 year to get a decent job that pays okay. And put your mind that so many of these jobs are like standing jobs. You are on your feet, right? Except it's aged care or disability, where it's more convenient, or you find an office job. It is possible to find an office job, but it is tricky, because a lot of people do not want to hire students who they know can only work 20 hours a week. So let's say it's husband and wife that comes in. Wife is on the student visa, husband is on spousal visa, right? Husband can do more than 20 hours. The husband maybe can find an office job or something that pays a little better, okay? So that is where it is tricky. And I said yes and no, or yes and maybe. You can pay and you might not be able to afford. So I hope this has broken things down for you guys. I hope this helps someone that's trying to come in and you are not sure, can I really afford? Is it worth it? I hope this has been able to answer some of your questions, your pressing question, like, is this a good idea? Should I leave my family and I'll be able to send them something? Just let your family know it might take a while for you to find your ground here and be able to start sending them money, okay? Don't let them not expect that you come here and next month you're sending a truckload of money home. No, it's not that simple, okay? So I hope, guys, I really hope this video has been helpful, has added value, has been informative, or has been impactful one way or the other. And if it has, please click on that subscribe button, smash the notification bell next to it so you know when I upload a new video. Give this video a massive thumbs up. Please share this video. I am hoping there's someone that you know that wants to japa. That literally means leave your country. If you're Nigerian, you know what that means. If you want to, someone that wants to leave their country and want to travel abroad. Yes. So I hope you know someone like that. So share this video with them. And on that note, baby girl will be signing out today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, and hi, hopefully Lola will see you all in my next video. Okay, bye guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.